17 million men are on the edge of being replaced by AI. And today, live, we're going to give you the clarity, the checklist, and the brutally honest truth on this Thanksgiving weekend to figure out exactly where you stand and what to do about it before the wave hits. And guess what, everybody? The conversation starts right now, live. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, Jimmy, Melissa, everybody else, now. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
Doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. Are you safe? Are you safe? Ooh, the AI Boogieman is out there getting your job. Apparently 17 million men, humans, folks on the planet. Yeah, your jobs might be replaced by AI. We're talking about it today on this Thanksgiving Thursday. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, your daily dose of real talk, live morning accountability, and the only morning mindset show that is bold enough to have you and have those conversations no one else is having. Yep, true story. So get up, get your ass out of bed and grab that coffee, shake off the sleep and settle in, because we're going to kick off with a stacked morning loop today, baby. Oh, yes. Before we keep rolling, though, I got some housekeeping. Oh, there's actually a joke there. I'm going to leave that one aside. But make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment. You know, you got a robot housekeeper? I'm thinking there's a lot more North Americans that have less housekeepers than maybe a year ago. Yeah, because maybe they're just not living in the country anymore. Neiman. Oh, did he just say that? Holy shit. Yeah. True story. So they're all going to be replaced by robots. Oh, by the way, this is a live experience show. We talk about everything. Yeah, we talk about stuff that might offend you. And if you're offended, well, I'm not going to apologize, because I might offend you the next sentence. Yeah. True story. Hey, this is an R-rated show, so if you got kids around, we might offend the kids as well. Just invite the kids out, or invite the kids in, or tell them this is the Thanksgiving weekend where the handsome chief, the Uncle Keith, is going to teach you a lot of bad fucking words. Yeah. And don't remember, if you guys hit that snooze button, you're missing out on Grandma's sugar-covered potato casserole, or whatever the hell you guys have down there in the States. And hey, Sullivan, what's going on, brother? Good to have you here this morning in the lab. And hey, we are your daily accountability partner. This show costs you nothing other than getting up and not hitting that snooze alarm. Yep, true story. Hey, guys, today coming up on the big show, current conversations, we're going to talk about the wild surge in fitness apps. Yeah, we know Johnny's going to love that one. He's like, what? Fitness app? You just got to get up and go to the gym. We're going to talk about fitness apps. Marty's here today. Thank God. All joking aside, we got some brand new gut bacteria research that explains why you're hungry at 9 a.m. even though you ate like a responsible adult. Hey, Neiman, what do you bet that conversation brings up Reddit Shrewtide? I bet you Johnny gets us there somehow. And hey, yeah, because we do talk peptides on this show, Nation. John Anderson, expert in peptides. Yep, talk about that always. And hey, the surprising truth that authenticity really does grow fitness influencers faster. In the no shit Sherlock phase. Yeah, no kidding. Haha, imagine that. Being yourself actually works. Not that we do that here on the big show. No, and a Swiss doctor claiming joy. Oh, we talked joy yesterday. Cheryl Raphael Whitaker. What an awesome guest. She talked about joy. We're talking about joy here today on the show. Joy, not kale. No, not kale. Hey, I learned a few weeks ago, kale, broccoli, and cauliflower are all kind of part of the same thing. Yeah, so not kale, not discipline, not macros. No, joy. And pain. Yeah. Sunshine and the rain. Sing it, baby. Joy. Yeah. And pain. Yes, I just sang Joy and Pain this morning, first thing, on a Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, if you're hitting snooze, you missed that one. True story. Hey, center stage. We don't have a guest today. No, we're going to have some fun instead. Yep. We are going to talk about, guys, you ever thought about sending a Goodnight Bro message to your brother from another mother? And I'm asking the question, would America care? Does America dare? Could you imagine sending let's call it what it is, a love note, a nice message to a brother? Hey, man, thinking about you before I go to bed tonight. Good morning, my love. We got Lauren joining the show here this morning, crushing it behind me in the gym, getting after it. Man, there's something about somebody you love, watching how hard they work. I'm telling you, man, there's something, and listen, take that for what it's worth. Watching somebody work hard, that is an attribute that I don't think we talk enough about. Because you don't, you either have it or you don't, right? It's just about getting up and getting after it. And even when you're feeling shitty, Neiman, how about Sandro's, is it Sandro? Yeah, over on LinkedIn yesterday. The guy picked up his guitar, just strums away. He's like, I've been waiting my whole life to do this. And he just had the courage to get up there and do it. But that's just my point. And, I don't know Sandro will say I love the guy, but I love the effort. Man, like just putting it out there and just putting the work in. Yeah, so center stage today, guys, we're going to get into a conversation about should we be saying good night to our brother. Season strength. Dude, I love that you're out there, man. It's funny because I was thinking about you. True story. And I send a love note to my best friend most mornings. That's awesome, man. You know what? You show up here, Jimmy, Neiman, this guy is an example. And I'm so proud. I'm so grateful that you choose to spend your time with us. You hanging out with us here in the mornings is makes our show better, brother, because content like that inspires others. Right. So clearly we're onto something. And I know that Anderson does a good job in the mornings and I'm pretty good with the morning messages, but maybe there's something to be said, guys, for the nighttime message too. Maybe there is. I don't know. It could be something we could throw out there for sure. And guys, after that, we're going to dig into the wild, unexpected list of everyday foods the U.S. military invented. You're not going to believe this, man. True story. Deep dive. We're going to get into the 17 million men that are facing AI job replacement. And then we are talking Thanksgiving here today. We're going to lean into some gratitude here today. Who are the three people? Season, we're going to come at this in whole right. Oh, you were in Canada here, whole right. But who are the three people that you're thinking about today on this grateful Thanksgiving weekend? Morning focus. I got a rant coming up, guys. Why would you freeze your ideas in a book? Yeah, in 2025, when ChatGPT can write the whole thing. True story. And of course, we're going to wrap it up with the community corner stories from YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack. All right, fellas, let's get after it because the show is starting right now because the morning loop, it starts right now.
Morning, fellas. Happy Thanksgiving. If you're here, live with us instead of still in bed, that already says a lot. Some of you are traveling, some of you are hosting, some of you are just trying not to burn the turkey or the group chat. Doesn't matter if your table's packed today or it's just you in a quiet house. You still get to decide how you show up.
Gratitude isn't pretending everything's perfect. It's picking a few things you refuse to take for granted, even when life's heavy.
So this morning, we're gonna get you a little more grounded, a little more present, and a lot less on autopilot. Coffee in hand, plate incoming, and a couple of good conversations to set the tone before the chaos hits. Settle in, take a breath, let's get to work and be thankful on purpose today. By the way, Keith, how's the meeting yesterday?
Yeah, Preston, I made it. I made it through the meeting. Just like I'm sure Johnny made it through the day yesterday. What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother? How are you doing this morning?
I'm fantastic. Nice to see you there. It looks like, hey, nation, let's just call it out for what it is. Johnny's still in Northern California, and he's still cold because he's still got his snowsuit on.
No shit, brother. No shit. Hey, check this out. Yesterday was kind of a cool, it was, I guess you'd call it a cool, I don't know, how about you call it a landmark?
Oh, tell
because
me.
You and I, because I think that might have been the first conversation, obviously very respectful, great conversation where we actually locked a few horns.
Oh, it was a great conversation. Oh, I saw it's funny because I didn't. So this is awesome. So I didn't interpret it as a locking of horns. I took it as what I desire. And I think what you desire is actually a good back and forth dialogue where we can be respectful. We can put topics on the table and something you've taught me. And I think we've taught each other. It's really not about being right. It's about having a conversation with respect.
I should probably define lock horns. We've never actually taken an opposite. We'll create conversation with two sides.
Yes.
But
Yes.
for us to actually fully support in the beginning of a conversation, two sides. I don't know. I don't think that's ever happened.
You know what? You're right, because I reflected on it too. I was taking the garbage out yesterday morning, and I was thinking about it. And I was thinking, wow, that was, because I got to be honest, I enjoyed it, and I don't mean that. I mean that in a stimulating way.
Me too. It was a first, because it wasn't one of us pretending to honor a side that we really didn't believe. You like to create a conversation. It was we had found different pieces of information that we were basically arguing, but call it in a good way. You know what I love about that? I'm really glad you brought that up, because it was actually on my notes today too, to bring it up with you. My goal is to find more topics like that, and not necessarily between you and I, but more topics that will generate, I don't know, a strong point of view, right? And then using the tools we have to our disposal to maybe bring them on the table and have a conversation about it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. It was great. Listen to this, dude. Yeah. So we're on YouTube. We're having this conversation, right? Yes. So yesterday, I ended up going to my YouTube looking for, I can't remember what I was looking for. Yeah. And, your feed starts populating shit. Yes. What do I see? I see that it's just fucking like 20 years ago. And I can't remember what they called them. It was like the head leaders of the nicotine companies. They call them like seven dwarves or some bullshit like that. Yes. They had them on the stand, and the answer was one simple question, and they all denied it. And at that time, we were like, you fucking liars. Right? And the question was, is nicotine addictive? I remember that, actually. Nicotine is not addictive. And then they went to the other old fucker. Nicotine is not addictive. And we were like, you fucking liars. Yeah. That was Congress. I remember that, because you and I were growing up with that when they were all called to the table going, oh, you guys are killing Americans, right? I remember that whole thing. Yeah. Crazy, dude. That is crazy. That's absolutely crazy. It's interesting because, oh shit, I lost my train of thought here. It'll come back to me. It'll absolutely come back to me. No, like I said, I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good dialogue. Oh, I know what it was. Like you. So I know we are both the same with what I'm going to say next. We both do not want to put out incorrect information. I know you're passionate about that. That's why you ask so many questions, because you're like, I don't want to put somebody in a spot where they're getting the wrong information, and neither do I. Yeah. And you and I have created this platform that goes every single day, right? And we're live, and with that we create trust. I know, speaking on behalf of you and I, we do not want to put something out there that somebody's like, hey, well, Keith and John said this, and they're supposed to be the truthful guys. So that's why I kind of wanted to revisit some of the topics yesterday, not to backtrack, but just to continue validating what you and I believe in, which is truth. Yeah, in that conversation, had I taken a slightly different stance, because really my stance is nicotine is not what we once thought it was. Yes. Well said. 100%. That's my stance. Yeah. Yes. And is it addictive like we were raised to believe? I don't believe so. It was demonized. It was it was the fall guy for all the fucking other nasty shit that they were trying to hide in the fucking cancer sticks. Right. But either way, we're finding that there's actually positive benefits now, when before there was no such thing. Yes. Well, and I think what this shines a light on is all of this additional information that is so readily available now at our fingertips. Again, you and I grew up with 4 channels, and it's like, hey, if that channel said this, it must be the truth. Now we have the ability. You and I are having conversation in real time, and there's Holroyd digging out into Gemini himself and saying, yeah, you guys are both right with this. So, and that, again, what I loved about yesterday, brother, was the power of this live show. Let's follow this through. If somebody would have recorded that as a podcast, that's not really engaging. That's just 2 guys sitting in a room making a recording. You see what I mean? So we had a live conversation, and we got seasoned strength going, geez, what did I miss yesterday? So, we can generate more of that kind of dialogue, especially with this information so readily available to us now in real time. And like I said, I was awesome, man. I was very fulfilled by that conversation yesterday. Yeah. How was mom? How was mom yesterday? She's good. She's good. Everything was good. Yeah, we had another nice day. Yeah. you know, I had a few things that popped up that I had to handle yesterday, which was kind of sucked, you know, because I had a day really kind of laid back. But
I know you did,
when you're fucking running multiple companies, you know, and something comes up where you have to deal with it, there's nothing you can do but basically get the team reorchestrated real quick. So that was a little bit of I shouldn't say a bummer, but you know, I guess it was just one of those things where I had to stay engaged about another 2 hours more than I thought.
Oh, so you didn't get your nap in yesterday after the show?
I did get a nap. Well, no, I did get that nap. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But then when I went to I took that nap because I was like, oh, I don't have much to do.
Yeah.
You know, get over to my mom's and just kind of start hanging out and fucking on the way over there. I'm like, God damn it. I got fucking slapped with something I had to handle.
Yeah.
But that's just the nature of being an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. We have no guests
take
today.
That shit over fucking over commuting to work every day.
Oh, fuck, man. 100%. And I think our guest yesterday, who was awesome, by the way, kind of had the same feeling after she gave up her corporate career. She's like, fuck that. And she did her own thing, right? So, which was pretty cool. Hey, here's a question for you with mom. I'm curious to know if you feel the same way as I do. When you see when you see mom, you go hang out with mom. And when I go to my mom and dad's, do you find yourself as 53-year-old John sometimes reverting back to even men to like, I don't know, you're 12 again or you're 15 again and your mom's like this superhero where time has stopped? Like, do you ever go through that where you're like, geez, I'm not the 53-year-old dad with kids and accomplish everything. You're kind of like the young man again. Do you ever go through that?
You know, that's funny you asked that because I would say that just recently stopped for me.
It did, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, because I think, I don't know, it's probably a multitude of reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think as like, I don't, you ever, you know, it's like as she gets older.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I saw this when I was younger too, but as I get older, I see it more. You know, she's a little bit more, how would I say? Like she watches too much news, right? She gets herself too wound up with news, right? And so, you know, there's a certain level of, okay, you start to realize that you are not that individual, you know? And so then at that point, I still always am very, very careful. I always want to make her happy. I want to please her. But at the same time, I probably I probably danced too much. Now I don't dance like I used to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get you.
I just tell her, say, look, you know, I don't watch that shit. You know?
Yes. Yeah. It was funny.
You know, she would say, you know, you need to stay informed. And I say, I'll just watch enough, Mom.
Yeah. I do a show with Keith who keeps me informed with stupid bullshit that keeps me with stuff I need to know.
She said, well, what about your business? Don't you need? I said, well, I have people that are on top of that for me. And when I need to know something, they bring it to me.
Yeah. Season Strength says it's almost like your parents become your children. It's true. It's absolutely true. And it's funny. I had a lunch meeting yesterday, Johnny. I was teasing on the show yesterday, and this exact conversation came up because so we were all in our 40s and 50s yesterday for lunch, and they were commenting on their parents and the older people around them. All they do is watch the news, and all they do is bitch about the negative stuff in the world, and they don't just change the channel. And it was funny because exactly what you said, which is they're all complaining about their older clients. I will call them saying, I just watched something and we should sell NVIDIA. And I'm using whatever example, right? But it's just this whole idea, this singular mindset that somebody on CNN said this or somebody on Fox said this. And it's just this singular mindset where it's like, right. So it's funny, actually.
Well, you know, she's really good about not bitching for sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's really good.
Yeah, she's not a bitcher. But what I think what it comes down to for her is she feels like, and she's very clear in her purpose. She's like, I don't have much time left, and I left, and I feel like my purpose is to contribute as much as I can to the world before I go.
Wow.
And she feels like right now. She feels like, as she says, the world it's breaking apart right now to restructure, and so it's like she's very worried about the direction of things for all of her kids and grandkids. I think probably that's the worry. You know, she's always preaching about togetherness, and you know, and she's really good about pointing out the good.
Yeah,
but she definitely gets so sucked into the politics of it. Holy smokes!
Well, interesting to hear you say though, when this 90-year-old mother comments that the world is breaking apart right now, and could she or reordering? Like, could she not be more correct? Right?
Yeah, it's chaos period. She's big on recognizing that there are periods where things have to go through the chaos period so they can restructure. You know, if things don't break, they can't get rebuilt better.
Awesome. Yeah. That's exactly it. And it's funny because that's where I know a lot of us have struggles, right? Because when we have uncertainty, we have anxiety. And right now the world's going through a reshuffle, which creates a lot of anxiety for everybody. Your retirement savings, your savings, the future. Listen, I got a topic today that there's, you'll find this fascinating. So, and we know this, but until we kind of think about it, we don't know this. But MIT, Johnny, has been studying millions upon millions of jobs in the US and what the impact would be, with AI, and they're talking 17 million, but we'll get to that a little bit later on in the show. But so that's just my point, is that this anxiety causes people to have stress. And I think what we like to preach and talk about on the show is and I talked about with Carter yesterday, what you do have control over is yourself, your own agency. Yeah. So you can choose.
And that's exactly what I tell her. I say, look, my contribution to the world is to lead by example.
Yes.
Change as many lives. I change as many lives as I can, one by one.
Yeah.
And she can't argue with that. What's she going to say? Well, you need to watch the news.
I'll tell you something.
She's also really big on, if she feels like if you're contributing if you're a contributor and if your heart is in the right space, that to her is really all that she looks for in a person.
It sounds to me, I haven't met Mom, but in meeting Mom through you, it sounds to me like, and you'll love this because we both subscribe to this and you've heard me say it before, but Mom is clearly actively living instead of actively waiting to die. Because we know there's a lot of people that get to a certain age where they're just waiting to die. And it sounds to me like, no, Mom's got more work to do on the planet.
No, she's still taking classes and going to school.
That's so awesome.
She has so many fucking degrees. It's crazy. She leads meditation groups. There's all sorts of crazy shit.
That's so good.
Hey,
so good.
Speaking of loved ones, where the fuck's Mart?
I see him there in the room. So he texted me last night. He's going to be here today. I know he's here. It's fucking. So yeah. Well, hey, Johnny, he's the young punk. He can hear us. So he's the young dude. I'm sure he'll be showing up here in a few moments.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's here in the green room. He said he'd be here today.
But I didn't see him pop up.
Yeah, so I haven't seen him either, but I know he's in the green room there. His camera's not on, but I know he's in the green room back there. Maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't. I'm not too sure. But you're right, Season.
So he just popped in and said, we're here. I'm like, he's just telling us I'm here. I'm just not ready to come on yet.
I guess so. Yeah.
He's big league us. It's like he won't come out of his dressing room.
Actually, I sent Marty a note last night. I said, Marty, Johnny's stuck in the room sleeping with Terry, so he has to be quiet so we can jump all over Johnny tomorrow. So he was so happy with me. Hey, I was actually
up moving around. She was up moving around a little while ago. So I'm a little louder right now.
I got some gratitude today, man. Just quickly, I got to share with you in the last 24 hours. So as you know, I've been developing this platform for our business, like basically the platform to build the show and then have others build it. And I built that last week, and I found the developer who's working with us now. And, he spent some time on the show yesterday listening. He's like, holy shit, this is awesome. But then yesterday, there's been somebody working with me for a while, and she's talented, extremely brilliant, just got her law degree over there in the Philippines. And I got to be honest, man, I'm just going to say it out loud in the air here. I've been trying to get her to commit to working with us full time. So I've been trying and trying. She's brilliant. So yesterday I was like, just fucking texting her. And I said, here's where it is. Here's what I got for you. Got up this morning. She's like, okay, I'll join full time. Like, yes. So I got it because my goal is to find smart, capable humans that can lean into the tools and then grow instead of having a lot of people that can't lean into the tools, right? So just smart, really capable humans. So Celine, welcome to full-time hanging out with us. I'm so happy to have you join and continue helping us grow this platform we're growing here. So, all right, Johnny, let's do this. Let's get into the conversation desk. Jimmy, Melissa, we got some topics to throw on the table. We'll do a quick little intro with the boys, and let's keep the show going here. Jimmy, let's roll it. Or not. Let's get to the first topic, Jimmy. Jimmy, throw it up for us to get after. Whatever you want to put on the screen.
Fitness apps are about to explode. The market jumps from 10 billion to 33 billion, and AI is basically driving the entire bus.
858 million downloads last year means everyone's tracking something. It's not niche anymore, it's normal.
Strava buying Runna tells you everything. AI coaching is the new playing field. Wearables plus personalization is turning into a fitness arms race.
So I know you're not a big app guy, but you know, we do pride ourselves in putting information out there that is important to everybody. And this is not surprising to you, and I'm sure not surprising to you either, but the fitness app market, I found quite surprising actually. It's so it's expected to triple over the next by 2023. It's right now. So when I say apps, like watch apps and just like different fitness apps to help people track their progress, right? Especially with more. And here's the thing that's happening is, you know, there's more biometric data that we're able to gather from ourselves, right? Through AirPods.
We're talking about distractions. Here's what we're talking about.
Yeah. So okay, let's go here. This is great.
I'm playing.
No. Actually, no. This is good though.
You keep these on the totem pole the way they're supposed to be. You got it. But that's
this is good.
This looking for an app. I'm going to download this app and I'm going to lose 50 pounds.
Yes. Well, so hey, we'll bring Marty in for this one. So Marty, when you're ready, bro, we'll bring Marty in. But this is good, Johnny, because it kind of even leans back a little bit to yesterday's like even nicotine discussion. So I know you have a strong stance on it, and I largely agree with it because I largely think that, like much of the fitness industry, we're always looking for something to convince people, right? So it's because we know the basics. There's nothing sexy about the basics. Get your sleep in, get your whole foods, and just do it repeat. So we always got to find things to get people excited about it. What's going on, Marty? Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
How are you?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Gotcha
How are you?
now, baby.
Cool. I'm good. I'm great, baby. How you doing, baby? Happy Thanksgiving, guys. You know, I'm looking forward to eating today.
You get the haircut. You look a little higher and tighter today.
You think so?
Something.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It might be the turtleneck.
Oh, that's it.
Maybe that's it.
It might be the turtleneck, man. You know, I usually don't wear turtlenecks. Less brunches, more crunches, turtlenecks, man.
No, fuck, man. You gotta look at me, dude. I'm all fucking balled up over here too. Jesus
Johnny's in a fucking snowsuit, Marty. He's in a snowsuit. I'd like to see Johnny in a snowsuit. Actually, I would pay fucking lots of dollars to see Johnny in a jumper, a fucking snowsuit, man.
Well, you don't have to wait long, dude. We're shopping for a fucking snow cabin.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
I love it.
See, the difference is, so you two fuckers just get trapped in that shit because you live in these places.
Yes.
I'll drive 90 minutes to get there and then leave whenever I choose.
Marty can't leave DC right now because they locked DC down after what happened yesterday. They're like, no, you can't go anywhere. You guys are all stuck.
What happened?
There was an unfortunate incident. Some National Guard were shot in DC and unfortunately perished. So it's not a happy day for some folks in
Who
Washington.
shot him?
An alleged, I'll use that word, an alleged Afghani terrorist is how they described him.
Oh shit! So it was like someone on the street.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they were standing on the corner. The guy came around the corner and shot him, and then nothing positive here this morning to lean into. But I will shift the
It's just a bitch though. I just want to say, man, I'm really sorry to that guy and there's family because that guy's just doing his job.
Yeah,
he showed up to work that day thinking he was going to man that corner or whatever his post was, just like any other day.
Yes,
and then fucking next thing you know, pow.
That's exactly it. Too.
Over. And next thing, his wife and hopefully has had enough kids.
John is a young lady. It was a young lady yet.
Oh, young lady. Jesus Christ. It just shows you how fragile fucking life can be, man.
It's so true. So true. Marty, you heard about it too, eh, brother?
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, how could you not?
Yeah, it's just sad people don't respect life, you know. They have zero respect for life. They'll just take someone's, you know, life because of a political disagreement or, you know, I'm cool with disagreeing, but you know, I think as Americans, I don't know if this is in Canada too.
Oh yeah,
we just need to come together, like, and realize we're on the same team. We can disagree and be on the same team. Okay.
We've lost an ability to communicate. I'll simplify it as that, right? And Marty, you missed a great conversation yesterday. Keith and Johnny had a good dialogue, a back and forth. You know, Johnny would describe it. He corrected himself, not as a locking of horns, but we had two strong points. We're talking nicotine, and we went back and forth.
I was trying to make some good fucking TV here, brother.
And it was great. It was awesome. But my point, Marty, is that to me, that's what yesterday's show is. What I think a lot is missing is that nobody wants to have a conversation. It's just like, if I don't agree with you, I tell you to fuck off. I storm out of the room and I go back into my own room where people can tell Keith he's right, and then we never arrive at the same decision, Marty. We just piss on each other nonstop, right?
Yeah, most people are still children. They're just adults.
Yeah. Yes,
they never fucking matured. You're still a child, you know.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey, so we started this chat here, Marty. So It's funny because I know, Marty, you've been playing around with Noom or just checking out maybe for your clients' sakes and so forth. But the global fitness app market is poised to explode by 2033, Marty, up to almost $11 billion. So it's $11 billion today. They're expecting it to go up to almost $40 billion in the next 7 years. Like
that's what they're projecting it to?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
well,
as John would say, maybe it's more distractions, or alternatively, it's just this reality that there's more data that we can gather on our humans than ever before. AirPods, glasses, watches, and
did y'all play the video I sent you yesterday?
No, we haven't. We have it, but we haven't played it just yet, though.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say something about it. I didn't know if you watched it yet, but so is Johnny thinking that this is going to be bullshit? A lot of these apps coming out and more money going into these apps, and these apps making more money.
I think John thinks it's a distraction.
Okay,
well, I think it's just if they get put on the totem pole in the right spot, they're helpful. Okay. And it's just like any other tool.
Yeah.
I mean, we're surrounded by tools. If you don't know how to use your tool,
I'm surrounded by two every morning. You too.
Fuck. And if you're whipping out a fucking splitting maul to cut your fucking toenails, you got a problem.
Yes.
If you're whipping out a fucking app to lose 50 pounds, you think that's your answer, you got a problem. That app is and I'm speaking very generally here because it's, these apps normally don't work on restructuring your habits.
Yes,
I agree.
Well, so
what about the happy drink? What about that? Is that like an app?
It changed my life.
I talked to him actually a couple of days after it, Marty, and it was fuck off, Marty.
Did he stick around to hear us talking about did he hear us voicing our opinions about the situation or no?
No. We're having laughter with love. As brothers, we like to tease each other.
Of course we are. But I'm just curious, when you had that conversation, was he trying to overcome the opinions that he heard or not?
No, he was trying to convince me over our coffee that the happy drink changed his life. And I'm like, no, it didn't.
Oh, he didn't stick around. Man.
No, he did not. There was nothing from our conversation and nothing changed. It was like, and it's funny because we had 20 minutes scheduled. I cut it off after 6 or 7 because it was like, nope, because we can't get off the happy drink.
Well, dude, and that just goes to prove our exact point. He was there to sell this fucking happy drink.
Well, yes, 100%. Yes,
that's all because he got on the show by talking about helping people not commit suicide and fucking almost didn't talk about it.
Well,
what more important fucking you're gonna switch to a fucking drink when we're talking about helping men not commit suicide? Crow, for the love of Christ. That was a setup.
Yeah. Jimmy, run this David Alexander video. Check this out, boys.
I need to go to bed. Just go to fucking bed. We know if you drink alcohol, it's probably going to fuck your sleep up. If you eat like shit an hour before bed, it's probably going to fuck your sleep up. Right? We know what works and what doesn't work, but everybody's searching for that one magic thing, and it's not that fucking hard. It's just we have everyone confusing everyone, and everyone stressing everyone else out, and everyone creating fear that it's like, I need this peptide. I need this. I got to plunge. What if I plunge 4 minutes? And not that hard, man. Cold water has its benefits. This is how long you should plunge. Sauna has its benefits. This is how long you should do it. Processed food can kill you. Sugar can kill you. Alcohol can kill you, right? Well, where's the moderation? All right, well, let's talk about it.
Marty?
Yeah, so he also mentioned that he stopped wearing his Oura ring because he got so obsessed with it. And it's like, he was like, I just need to take it back to the basics pretty much.
I've heard that from a few people, actually. Yes.
Yeah, and I think, I see with my clients, they'll be like, oh, I forgot my watch. It doesn't matter if you forgot your watch. Just get the work in. It's okay.
That's exactly, brother. That is the message I've been fucking talking about from the jump.
Yeah.
So I think I was just going to say, I think there needs to be emphasis on just doing the right things, getting the results, and moving on, or keeping it for the rest of your life. That's what I mean.
Well, that's exactly it. If that thing was on the totem pole, 10th or 11th down there, it serves a purpose. Yeah. But when it gets visited before the top 10 are executed, it's a distraction.
Absolutely.
I think I'm a good example of this, if I can maybe speak through my own experience. So I'm all about the data. You guys know I'm a tech nerd, so I'm a nerdy guy. So I've always chased these things. I always have. But I will tell you that as I've aged and as I keep learning, it's hard for me not to lean into what Alexander says, because at the end of the day, everything I keep learning keeps supporting what I've already known. You see what I mean? Like everything that I keep trying to find the magic solution, it always goes back to what I know. Okay, get to sleep on time, get my hydration, this. It's boring, but it works. So do I use this? 100%. Like, for example, Johnny, today, when we've been laughing about the sleep score. So John today got an 81. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I was as good as yesterday. So it's funny, Marty, because John and Keith are actually wondering, how do I get 100? Like, so, it's telling me I got an 81 through 83, but I feel great. Like, what do I got to do to get to 100? So the flip side of that is, it's like, should I be feeling crappy about myself? Play with me here, Marty. Should I feel crappy about myself because I haven't got 100 yet? It's telling me that I got an 83. So that to me is where it kind of gets delicate with how it can fuck with your head.
Yeah, Marty, and I don't know how you speak up after he says "play with me," Marty.
Johnny, I'm so used to this shit now. It doesn't even faze me now. I'm like,
it's like he's
there's Keith.
He's like
there's Keith doing what he does.
He has these deja vus. He's back at his fucking funny farm with his uncle fucking vomiting.
Some people, you just gotta let them do their thing. There's no changing them at this point. He's 53. The guy is who he is. He talks how he talks.
Old dog new tricks. We're teaching Johnny new tricks every single day, Marty. But what were you saying, Marty? So what do you say to the comment about the sleep score thing, Marty? It's
man, I wouldn't get obsessed with it, but I think you can get lost in the sauce. I think maybe not you, but I think a lot of people can get lost in the sauce and. Let me go to bed earlier. Maybe I need 10 hours of sleep, instead of 8,
But I will flip the coin though, Marty, because maybe, I know that I had my opinion in the early days, and I know, Marty, you did too, about even the Ozempic thing going, oh, it's a shortcut. However, if it does teach somebody the first step to maybe calling John about peptides or calling you to get coaching, maybe that is helpful. So maybe somebody needs to buy the ring or the watch to have them recognize that it's their first step in their journey to contact you guys.
That's what, 2% of people probably?
Fair.
That are going to that solution. Most people are on Ozempic because they think it's a way to bypass working out and all that shit. Let's be honest.
No, you're absolutely correct.
I reacted to a video on my podcast yesterday. There was a girl.
Yep.
She was taking trizepatide. I think that's
generation 2. Yeah, that's the generation 1 was Ozempic or semaglutide. Generation 2 was trizepatide, which would have been Mounjaro.
Okay, yeah. So she was taking that, and it's like, I ain't going to no damn gym. I'm taking trizepatide.
What the fuck? Really?
I'll send you the video. I reacted to it last night. And it's
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. That behavior pattern weaves through her whole fucking life.
Yes.
It's not just that. It's everything. I'm not going to fucking do this. I don't have to do this. Constantly looking for the fucking easy way. That's her life.
So what kind of change is she going to get with? Is she going to get a change with that approach? How does that work?
Well, it really depends. I mean, if she keeps that shortcut mentality, no. What these things do is they give the opportunity to fucking restructure shit,
So you still got to do the simple shit, pretty much.
Well, you figure like this. Think of it like this. If you take something that stifles you from wanting to eat shit and eat too much, right? But you don't actually change the habits. Like you're still going to McDonald's. You're just eating fucking one Happy Meal rather than 2, right? The idea is you take this stuff. You don't have the urge for this fucking food anymore. Food becomes less important. You fucking go to Subway, or you go to the net. You start working your way back to a better lifestyle. So the person that just constantly looks for the easy way out like this, then when she stops taking it, there's been nothing that's changed. So she'll go right back where she was, usually plus some. Because then you get the yo-yo effect where she lost, let's just say you lost 50 pounds. Well, fuck, she lost 20 pounds of muscle. So when she gains her 50 pounds back, you know what's not coming back? That muscle.
Not coming back.
That's right. So she's just a fatter version of herself.
So what I was saying was, I think that's most people's approach who go to this stuff.
Well, but again, most people are looking for the easy way.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We on the same page then. All right.
Yeah,
Scientists say your gut bacteria might be running your appetite, not your discipline. Trillions of microbes sending signals like tiny coaches inside you. Some of these microbes trigger hormones that crank hunger or kill cravings. Makes you wonder how much of your diet is actually your gut talking.
Wild part is, different men respond differently. One guy loses weight with a supplement, another gets nothing. Precision gut health might be the real unlock.
Johnny, relating to what you're talking about, exactly what you're talking about, right? Which is the gut microbiome and finding the how to influence weight, hunger, and new findings. So they have found this gut bacteria, and you've been talking about this for a long time, but in the gut, right? So they found this gut bacteria that influences weight and hunger. And you talk about often how this, what is it? What do you use for your hunger?
Oh, well, the peptide I use is called retatrutide.
That's right.
But keep in mind, this is like you almost can't. Yes, it's a GLP, but you almost can't even. There's so much more to it. You know, the thing I was attracted to was it chills out that addictive center in the brain. But then once I started using it, I was, Jesus Christ, there's so many other benefits to this thing. It's pretty fucking crazy. But the bottom line is, even if you were to not, let's just say I wasn't me, and the addictive center turned off and I wasn't fucking compulsively eating anymore, right?
Yes.
But I'm still eating shit. This hasn't helped me either. What this has done for me, this has allowed me to completely reset a pattern of, I eat my last meal at 6:30. I just turn off the whole food thing is done. I've never had that before. So when I live life really this way for a while, if I choose to stop, I've recreated a pattern in my life that I had a very difficult time setting without this.
Yeah. The
food overeating. Overeating now, it's like what I used to overeat was like, because it ties back to childhood. When I was, I'd get picked on, I would run to food for comfort. And whatever I was dealing with, right, is if I basically ate till I had physical pain, I wasn't worried about the mental pain anymore. It was a great distraction. So I connected being too full with comfort, with being okay.
Yeah.
And that was a fucking pattern that until I started Reddit, that was a pattern that I just realized, you're going to have to fucking fight this every day, which I still do a little bit, but it's 10% of the fight. It's so manageable.
That's one thing that Carter does a really good job of. He does not overeat. It's one thing I'm just listening to you talk, Johnny, because his it's like when he's done, he's done. You can offer him, say he's done, and that's a skill, isn't it? It's recognizing when you're done.
Well, I think it's also got a lot to do with, usually somebody, myself, I'll use myself as an example. I didn't just have this overeating problem because it was a fucking cover up for another problem I was having a hard time solving. So 100%. What it lends itself to is that Carter didn't basically have a problem that he was using food to cover up. Right. So he's following his programming the way it should be.
You know what's interesting about this, actually? Let's stay here for a couple minutes about eating. So I've been thinking a lot about a conversation we had a couple of days ago, Johnny, about eating and eating with family and so forth. And I don't want to knock my folks with what I'm going to say next, because we all have our family things. But I was raised in a house, John and Marty, which was you eat till your plate is empty.
Yep.
So
worst fucking lesson we ever had, dude.
I recall, actually, and I've been thinking about this. I did not have a lot of joy, Johnny, going to have dinner with my mom and dad, because my dad was hard on me, would make me eat shit that I didn't want to eat. And I don't want to poo-poo on Brian. That's not what I'm here for. I was reflecting that there was times I don't want to go up, because it was not an enjoyable experience, period, point blank period, because I felt like it was, what I'm trying to say, Anderson? And so then I reflect upon it today. I think that's part of still the issues that I have with even just food, Johnny.
Well, eating with finish what's on your plate. That could have been such a small adjustment. That would have been such a better lesson. Mm-hmm. The lesson should have been, okay, your eyes were bigger than your stomach, right? Mm-hmm. Next time you eat, it will be that. Leave the plate here. Next time you eat, it will be this. Whether it's later tonight, tomorrow, this is the next time you eat something. This is it. Then we wouldn't have had to sit there and stuff ourselves to the point where we're uncomfortable to leave the table.
Yes. Like I found myself not wanting to have dinner because my mom was making X and I didn't, and maybe it wasn't something I would enjoy or like, or, it's because there's certain things
I never had that problem. Fuck, I would eat anything. My problem was I was always fucking putting too much on there.
Well, so part of my problem, Johnny, was some of the foods that I was eating was not responding well to me. So it was like, eat your peas, eat your carrots. And if I eat peas and carrots, like I immediately vomit. But yet mom and dad just maybe couldn't wrap the head around that part. And I was just like, you got to eat them. I'm like, but right. So I struggle with finding an enjoyable experience with the whole thing. And I've been reflecting on it because of our conversation over a few days ago. And especially,
my middle brother, he's a stubborn dude, right?
Yeah.
He basically, there was a food, probably something like you're saying, peas or carrots that he didn't eat. And so basically you have to finish.
Yes.
He sat there till the next morning.
What?
Yeah. My mom fucking had to said, okay, you win. Fucking put him to bed. And it was after midnight when I say morning. It wasn't like breakfast time. But I mean, he sat there. He was fucking, that's how stubborn he was.
Yeah, stubborn.
Yeah. Hey, so in the no shit Sherlock department, you got this one. I found this one specifically for you two, actually, because you guys, I thought about you guys when I found this one. Fitness influencers grow faster by staying authentic, study finds.
A new study says fitness creators grow faster by being real, not polished. Turns out laundry room videos beat studio perfection every time.
Creators who drop the scripts and show actual effort get 20% more engagement. People want relatable struggle, not glossy highlight reels.
The wild part is brands are noticing. Authentic beats attractive now. Effort beats aesthetics. Maybe fitness influence is getting a much needed reset.
So you guys are as authentic as I know. So when I found this, I'm like, well, no shit, Sherlock, the learnings in this are, especially as we move into a world of AI generated everything, reality wins, man. Marty.
Well, you got guys like myself and Goob and Joey Swole and a lot of guys just calling out the bullshit now.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of people have fallen victim to, scams and wrong information, shortcuts. And I think authenticity is the way, because my DM, I can't imagine what Goob and Joey Swole's DM looks like, because I get DMs daily, hundreds of DMs daily of like, call this bullshit out. Call this out, Chris. Call it, please do. And so that's just the way it's going. So authenticity is definitely going to win.
Well, and Johnny wins because the clients he talks to are looking at him going, dude, you're authentic. I need some help from a guy like you. And it's actually, I don't think it's any more fucking rocket science than that, Marty, with John's perspective.
John.
It started for me. It started for me back when filters came. I refused to use filters. So when filters came, and everybody's like, oh, let's make myself look this way. I was just like, no, I'm coming at you. This is and that was kind of that's where it started. And then it's like, when it comes down to it, I mean, whether I'm on the fucking social media or I'm sitting with my mom or I'm sitting here with you guys, I'm going to fucking fart. I'm going to fucking burp. I'm going to smell my armpits. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I do. And if you don't like it, just don't like it over there.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
And people appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, hey, I know I had this conversation with Melissa a couple of days ago, right? And about some people kind of in her world, and I either take me for what I am or don't take me for what I am, and I'm fine with that. I'm 53 years old. This is what I am. Johnny, you're the same way. Marty, you're the same way. And I know it's not comforting for everybody, but that's authenticity, certainly, I think. And authenticity is an overused word because in my opinion, people don't know how to be authentic because what happens is they try to perform, Johnny, Marty. It's like, okay, I guess I got to perform. I got the cameras on. I got to make my video for Instagram. Marty, so there's a performance thing, and there's no reality going on. Chris.
Yeah. I was just going to say, one of my social media clients, he's a fitness coach. And he's getting a lot. He's just putting the real info out there, and he's getting a lot of hate in the DMs. And I'm like, you can't care about that, man.
Yeah,
you got great intent. You're telling the truth. Stop worrying about what they think. Those people don't want to improve. So who cares what they think?
One of the first things we heard from Anderson when we started hanging out with Marty. If they're talking smack, you're on the right track, right? And that's something we've never ever forgotten about. Lauren, jumping in here, the conversation back to the food stuff, Johnny. Educate, then encourage children to fill up on healthy from nature foods. There's one thing I admire about Lauren as a mom. She has done an incredible job, and I talk about it often, so I got no problem continuing to brag about it. I never hear her say, eat until your plate is done. I always hear her say, I always hear if Brookie or the kids ask for like a sweet or a chocolate, she'll make an offer for a fruit or something else. Right. So it's just, and I would say treating food with respect with the kids. And I have learned a lot watching her, be a mom to younger kids, and just through the idea of food. Cause I love her experience with food because she enjoys food, and she talks, and Johnny, I talk with you all the time, right? That. So it's educating, right? It's not forcing. And I love that. And I don't think we as parents do enough educating with foods.
Well, I don't think the fucking parents have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
They don't.
Well, no, because they're calling Marty saying, I don't want to go to the gym. I just want to go on Ozempic so I can lose a bunch of weight. And then her kids are going, well, that's what mom's doing. That's what I'm doing too.
I mean, I can't educate anybody on fucking aerospace science.
You know what's crazy? They'll say I'm a man, so I can't give advice to women. Okay.
Hey, so yesterday, Marty, I got to be honest with you, brother. I was I should have done a better job setting your expectations. We had an awesome guest on the show yesterday, man. You would have really enjoyed her too. She came from Jersey accent. But
Hey.
what I loved about her was she used the word that she stood on, and it has 3 letters, and we're going to lean into it in this conversation. Swiss doctors say joy matters more than strict diets for healthy aging.
A Swiss doctor says joy beats strict dieting for healthy aging. Literally joy. That might shake the wellness crowd. He argues quality and emotion matter more than rules. Seasonal food, local ingredients, positive mindset. Basically, stop hating your meals if you want to live longer.
His biggest point is social fitness. 15 minutes of real connection daily. Joy, laughter, presence. Turns out healthy aging's more human than disciplined.
Johnny, you're going to love this,
All
man.
right.
I'm talking.
Hold on. Stop. I've been fucking talking about this from the beginning, but here's the thing. Do you guys understand the mechanism that he's speaking of? Because I've been talking about this almost from the first day I got here. Do you guys know what this leads back to?
Yes, and that's why I brought this up, because I'm talking to you.
2 words.
Yeah.
There are many different variations of it, but I got 2 words that I can say that will sum this motherfucker up.
It was I do know it.
Huh?
Gratitude.
That's on the right track, but you're describing
eat for purpose. Eat for purpose, not for pleasure.
You're describing the flower, not the root.
I'm thinking eat for purpose, John. That's what I'm thinking. Eat for purpose, like eat for joy.
You're talking about well, again, you're talking about the flower, not the fucking root.
Okay. Tell me.
The root of what they're talking about. Brain chemistry.
Yes.
Because when joy is going to keep you filled with positive chemicals, that's not going to fuck you up.
Yes.
That's where it all fucking starts. And whatever it is, whether you're all fucked up over your food or whatever you're all fucked up over, is punishing you with cortisol and chemistry that will fucking age you.
Well, so it's funny because
make you sick.
This jumped out of me because of you, because 2 quotes that jump out of this Marty could have came right from Johnny's mouth. 2 things. First one, the quality of the food matters more than what the food is. Right? So that's
the macro versus the micro.
Exactly. And the other thing he says, and I know you're going to love this too, Anderson, and this guy's Dr. Simon Fieldhouse, 58 years old. So he's within our demo, Johnny, and you're going to love this one too, man. I personally think there is no healthy diet. Emphasizing that food must be both nutritious and emotionally satisfying, just like yourself, like whole foods, joy, period. Don't focus on Mediterranean, carnivore, whatever the hell it is. He's like, I don't want to focus on no such thing as a healthy diet. Just eat good foods and good quality foods, period, and have joy with it. And I think, John, that's what you've been saying since you got here.
People come in all the time. I get them going. They're like, well, what is this? They want a name for what I'm teaching them.
Yeah.
If you need a name, what are we focused on? We're focused on micronutrients. It's a micronutrient based diet. That to them, okay, I've given them a name, and they understand that it's the breakdown, the calorie versus the macro versus the micro.
Yeah.
And most people have never gone, they just counting numbers.
Yes.
And that's the most fucking, it's like the most uneducated way of going about this.
Well, and I was that guy too. I've had this conversation, searching for my own answers. Right, I got my prop here, searching for my own answers, and never found the answers that I wanted to get. So I kept searching for them. But here's what he says, right? The social connection, and you know, this doctor is on social fitness and daily joy. Here's his quote. Again, I think you guys are going to love this because I think this leads into our philosophies: eat half, walk double, laugh triple, and love without measure. He's got nothing to do with all the bullshit, Marty, that the entire fitness industry talks about. He's just all about just eat half of it, walk double, laugh a little more, and love the people around you. Period. Like, don't get caught.
Love is the highest
yeah
fucking stage on the vibrational chart, chart, even
Yeah.
above gratitude.
Yeah. And he says that he suggests that healthy longevity stems from quality nutrition, movement, mental peace, and meaningful relationships. But this actually is the point in many ways of why the industry is what it is, because this is pretty boring. It's hard to build a business with these words that I'm putting out here. Marty, could you imagine trying to convince people that, hey man, do this and do this? People are like, who the fuck are you? Like, people don't want that. That's the problem, Marty. They don't want that.
You know what the fucking hardest thing on the planet to sell is? Hard work.
Yes, I know.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's funny because John Kraske, he's been on the show before a few times. I saw a post here this morning, and his hook was, everybody wants like the great results or the great yada, 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 but nobody wants to put the hard work. And then he lists, right? He's like, yeah, he goes, everybody wants a big personal brand here on LinkedIn. Summarize it. He's like, well, nobody wants to put the work in. And then you get down to it. He goes, 5 years, 50,000 comments, thousands of posts, yada, yada. He listed all of his work, and I've seen his work. Many people don't want to put that in. And it's, yeah, it just frustrates me. They want shortcut.
That's a deep fucking rabbit hole, brother, for sure.
Yeah, yes, it absolutely is. Okay, listen, let's do a quick little reset, Jimmy, Melissa here. It's the top of the hour here. Let's do a reset. We'll get into the second hour. I want to get into the Goodnight Bro conversation. I never thought about this. John, you do a wonderful job starting your mornings with conversations, and I wonder, Marty, you know, and Season Strength says he sends notes to his buddies in the morning, but maybe there's something to be said for doing it in the evening. And I brought this up because it's trending. This is not just something out of Billis's head. There's this trend about men are saying goodnight. But here's what we'll do. Jimmy, let's do a reset on hour one. You guys take a quick little 60 seconds or so. We'll come back. We'll get into hour two this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, Marty, and the entire crew on the Thanksgiving weekend. Let's do it, Jimmy. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends here. We got Marty here today. We got Melissa here today. We got Jimmy here today. We got the whole gang. We got Season Strength out there in the community. We got Lauren out there in the community. We got Holroyd out there in the community. It's a light and fun Thursday morning of the Thanksgiving weekend. Still got a bunch of things to get to here today, guys. I believe we have a dumb shit award, Jimmy, we want to put out there. Maybe that's what we'll do, Jimmy. When we come back into this, when we come out of the break here, Jim, we'll get the dumb shit award on the table. So as I walk out of this one, we'll get dumb shit. I think we got a did you know as well as we're going to get into men are saying good night, bro. Would you dare? As well as 17 million men might be losing their jobs coming up because AI is taking people's jobs. So that seems to be part of the conversation we got coming up here this morning on the second hour of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. So, Jimmy, let's roll me out of here and let's get to the dumb shit. Bring Marty up here. This is a funny one, actually. And this is going to be a good, our second dumb shit award starting right now. Let's do it, Jim.
Bro, today's dumb shit award is so bad I almost missed the MCM parking lot. If it beats eating pretzels on this dock, it's serious dumb.
So I told him, you can't just dive off the dock like that. No. The man is 50 years old.
He looked determined enough.
This thing is built to crawl at 5 miles an hour, and he's out there doing regular road speed.
Bro turned a steamroller into a surprise boss battle for rush hour.
Shockingly, the straps tap out, roller breaks free like it just quit its job.
And instead of stopping, it swerves into oncoming like, guess I'm driving now.
Smashes a car head on, front end folded, airbags exploding like confetti at a dumb parade.
Imagine explaining that to insurance. Yeah, I was attacked by a runaway construction site.
So congratulations, Mystery Roller Wrangler. You win today's dumb shit award by a landslide.
And we're still stranded in the Caribbean, but at least we're not towing heavy machinery with vibe.
Christopher Martin. Do you think he's regretting?
What's wrong with people, man?
Do you think he's regretting his decision on that one?
Yeah, no shit. What is wrong with people?
But Johnny, so the guy puts a big fucking concrete roller behind his car, and he's going down a road, and it disconnects. And then the roller just took on a life of its own and it crashed. So nobody died, Marty. I did some research. Nobody died in that situation. But the roller, Johnny, disconnect from the guy's car. And again, I know when we put this thing together, we're not calling the guy the dumb shit. It's just maybe somebody made a dumb shit decision. And the roller made its way down the highway.
The guy dumb shit.
Just crashed right into the car. So there, our second inaugural.
I got a funny small variation of that story.
Oh no, right? I'm sure you do.
so it's
here we go.
It was in when I was in strength, and so he would basically travel around.
Yeah.
And like if I went to go see someone, I was in Oregon seeing my best friend, and so anytime I was somewhere, I would always just reach out to the community, the strongman community, and find out, hey, I'm in town, I need to train. And people would come forth. So I was a pro. So a lot of the amateurs would come forward. Oh, yeah, come and train here, blah, blah, blah. So I go to this dude's house, really cool cat. It turns out he was actually a lightweight pro. So he was a great training partner. And so he lived up on this hill, really steep fucking driveway. And so we're doing, and keep in mind, the difference between the heavyweights and the lightweights were pretty fucking big in terms of the weights that we would move.
Yeah.
And so we're doing stones, right? Which you lid the fucking stone up on a big, like a 52-inch box. That was the last one. And the last stone was just shy of 400 pounds. And yeah,
I know this is going.
And we're at the top of this fucking driveway. And I was like, dude, if I fucking miss this thing and I don't hit the fucking box, this sort of roll down the fucking driveway, And I said, I train until I miss. That's just the way I train. And he's like, okay, well, don't worry about it. I'll just get it. Well, you can figure out what happened. Fucking, I missed the last one. He fucking somehow didn't quite get a stop. This fucking thing went rolling. I mean, we're talking probably, oh, Jesus.
Stupid, man.
60, 70 yards down. And it was this perfectly cambered fucking driveway. So this stone just went right around and fucking hit the road. It went off the other side. Thank God it didn't in a car.
Jesus.
It probably went fucking 15 feet in the air and landed in the woods down there somewhere. But Jesus Christ, if that thing had hit a car, it would have been hammer time.
I was thinking that's where the story was going to go. And you're like, I'm picking up the stone and I'm going to miss. I'm like, oh no.
I was like, well, because my training technique is a little different. Normally you put the stone up, set's done.
Yeah.
When I get to the last one, I'm going to pull it down, just keep going until I miss. And I don't know that he was accustomed to that methodology. But that thing's going down the hill, and I'm thinking, if this hits a fucking car, this could be so bad.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking a stone that's probably up to your fucking thigh, mid part. Well, not Marty's thigh, your thigh for sure.
No, it's actually up to the half of my knee, Johnny. I don't have knees. I'm just like this little midget guy over here. No knees.
Just peg legging it around.
Speaking of peg legging, I saw a headline somewhere in my reading the last couple of days going, I pegged my husband and our relationship has never been the same since. I was like, I didn't read any further, but yeah, we're not going to talk.
I mean, I can see how that would create some change. That poor fucking bastard. Jesus Christ.
I pegged my husband and our relationship has never been the same. Nice.
You got to get some context though, because did she ask? Did she suggest it? And he said no, and then she made him feel bad about it. And then his weak ass caved in and was like, all right, if it'll make you happy, babe. And yeah, of course it's not the same. Of course.
It's funny because the word pegging was not a word that Keith and Johnny grew up with, but then over the last number of years, pegging has become part of the dictionary on how you can, yeah.
There's like videos on social media of like women pranking their boyfriends and then like starting an argument about it.
Oh my
God. No, I'm not letting you do that. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
Hey, so here's an interesting conversation I'm putting on the table with Sophia Grant. Sophia, apparently men are saying "Goodnight Bro," and let's dig into this. What is this? What are we talking about, Sophia?
There's a new trend where men text "Goodnight Bro," and honestly, it reveals more about male friendship than people expect. So be honest, if you sent that tonight, would it feel playful or a little too vulnerable for where your friendship actually is?
I mean, would you actually send that?
Because for many men, even tiny affection feels risky, like someone might judge it or misread what you're trying to say.
Wild how that pressure still sticks around.
That's why a simple "Goodnight Bro" becomes a test of closeness and trust, and whether your friendships can handle even tiny honesty.
So Marty, looking at you, brother.
Hold on, real quick. This is me and my best friend this morning.
Oh, I love that. I fucking love that, man. Look at those hearts.
The hearts and the love.
Yeah.
That's fucking, Jesus Christ. What? Men are fucking feeling like they can't fucking express themselves. Jesus Christ. Have some fucking self-confidence.
So, brother, I'm with you, man, and I'm so on the same page with you with all of that. And like I said, this is a trending topic. This is not something I made up. This was I did research, and Marty, looking at you, brother, like this is actually trending quite a bit within your demographic. Is this new to you hearing me say this? Is your buddies talked about this? Is this kind of like, what the fuck, man? No, like what's your thoughts on the whole idea of wishing good night to a brother instead of a good morning, Marty?
We never say good night, bro, but we'll say like have a good night.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yes,
we say stuff
yes.
like that. Or
Yes.
we might even say, all right, bro, love you, man. Be easy, you know?
Yes.
We say stuff like that, but never good night, bro.
No, but
I've seen
the ideology of it, though, is so what you're saying to me, and I'm actually, and Johnny, for you and I, the older guys here, it's actually encouraging, because if we're hearing that the younger demo is saying that's encouraging to me, because I'm hoping men are going, let's send some love to our brothers, so to speak.
Oh yeah, always.
Well, and I think when you really get fucking like, when you really get tight on this, like that exchange with my friend Josh, is his name.
Yeah.
Was fucking 40 minutes ago, way before the show. Actually, fuck, it would have been a little after 4.
Yes.
Well, I bring up, I show you guys, what does he do? He knows. He sent me a picture literally almost 10 seconds after I showed you guys it. So I was like, there's a mental connection.
Yeah. I was touched by this when I saw this, because I'm hoping we can continue influencing more of this. And I know that we do a morning show, but my goal and the ambition is to own the 8s. So we own 8 a.m. and then the ambition here is to drop content at 8 p.m. and, like recorded content, but to keep men thinking about, hey, send a message to somebody you love, because there's value in that. And, it's just too easy to take it for granted. Seasoned Strength says you should have men in your life you say you love. I agree, Seasoned. I tell Marty I love him all the time. Johnny, it's part of what we do here, because I want to lead that way, and I think it's the right way to lead. So I'm glad, Marty, to hear that your generation is doing it. And I know I'm working, and I'm encouraging Carter to lean into it too, as a younger man, in his 18 and 19, 20-year-olds, right? So
yeah, definitely. And he'll probably meet some of his best friends for the rest of his life where he's playing hockey right now.
Yes, yeah, and even some in the past, right? And that he went to school with. But all right, listen. So I got a fun one here for us. So I
got about 5 more minutes left too. By the way.
Okay, cool, awesome. Well, here I'll keep you for a few things here. Hey, Sophia. So I got something for Johnny, because I don't think John knows. I did not know this, but John and I are same demographic here. Sophia. So apparently, there's 10 everyday foods that were invented by the U.S. military. What are those all about?
Today we're covering 10 foods engineered for war that somehow ended up in your freezer, lunchbox, and midnight snack lineup.
My pantry's tactical now.
And yes, the McRib, Pringles Tech, and chocolate that refuses to melt were all battlefield inventions before becoming guilty comforts. Even supermarket bread, cheese powder, and energy bars started as durability projects, stuff built to last inside a pack, not a pantry.
Explains the texture.
Instant coffee and frozen orange juice weren't breakfast ideas. They were wartime hacks designed to keep soldiers fueled anywhere.
My morning routine's basically rations.
Here's a twist. A bunch of everyday foods exist because the U.S. military needed stuff that survived heat, chaos, and deployment.
Johnny, I did not know this. Now it's a no-brainer when you think about it, but I did not know this, man. Like seriously, like instant coffee, military. Frozen orange juice, military. You know, stale resistant supermarket bread that you're loading up on your whole wheat bread, military invention. Restructured meat, military.
They've got it. I mean, at some point, when you're out in those settings, just food is what you need. I mean,
yes,
the highly micronutrient dense stuff that has to be refrigerated, you're not going to keep.
No, I know.
So, there's different levels of, it's because it's survival, right?
Yeah.
They're playing. We preach thriving, not surviving.
Yes.
But when you eat to survive in your own fucking house, well, that's the way that your body's going to respond.
Yep. I was so as I did the research, and it was like, well, of course these were invented for the military, but it's interesting to me how they've really just taken on a life of their own within culture, though, right? Like energy and nutrition bars and dehydrated cheese powder. Like we're not having Kraft dinner, Marty, box mac and cheese, if the military is not inventing, dehydrated cheese, right? So it's Marty.
Yeah, no, you're right, and it's crazy because now this is like normal food for us.
Yes, well, and pre-packaged, pre-washed salad was also the same thing, John. To your point, was this technology was needed because they got to feed people out in theater. How do I feed them? I got to give them good quality food so that they can fight for us, right? So I just thought, especially as we're coming onto a Thanksgiving weekend here, when food's a big part of people's conversations this weekend, I thought it was quite fascinating because there's many folks, Marty, that'll be eating potato flakes from a box this weekend because they can't afford to have real potatoes.
Hold on. You know how fucking cheap a bag of potatoes is?
Yeah.
The fucking flakes have got to be more.
You know what? That's a fucking great point. You're right. It would be more.
There's no fucking way that you're getting a fucking box of flakes.
Yeah.
That's more than a fucking bag of potatoes. There's no fucking way.
I'll make a controversial statement though, but it's harder because you got to peel the potatoes, you got to boil them.
Well, of course, we're that. But and if that was your statement, I wouldn't have attacked. But
that's what it is, isn't it? But that's I'm kind of playing with it. Like, that's kind of the point, right? Because it goes back to being lazy. That's just easier to buy the box potato.
Well, when you say, I guess what we should do is we should classify more expensive. It's not just monetary.
Yes. Yeah. No shit. Yeah. So
it's a more expensive habit, meaning you have to fucking commit your time, your effort, because prices are not just money. Price is time, price is effort.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. Marty, comment?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And most people will say healthy food is expensive, but I don't know if they're factoring in the non-monetary value, if that makes sense.
Well, and the cumulative effect of what's going to happen to your life by cumulative, so you might end up down a path of diabetes. You might end up down some paths that you don't want to be down because of some crazy choices you've made, right? So absolutely. Right. All right. So Marty, before you go, brother, 'cause I know you got to rock and roll here. I do have Jimmy, do you have an opener for that 17 million men conversation? I don't know if I have, I'm just looking for my topics here. If you got it, Jimmy, let's run it because I want Marty to hear a little bit before he gets out of here.
17 million men are in the blast zone. Not someday, not theory. If you work for a living, you're in this conversation.
Construction, carpentry, plumbing, electrical. Men dominate those fields, and 40 to 80% of tasks can shift to automation right now.
Manufacturing and transport aren't waiting. Automation already removed 1.7 million jobs, and autonomous systems
and white-collar men aren't safe. Analysts, writers, advisors, junior tech roles are getting squeezed.
Degrees aren't shields anymore. Here's the upside. AI still can't replace hands-on judgment. Painters, cleaners, roofers, surgical assistants, nursing aides stay safe because adaptability wins.
I should have done a Marty on this, meaning I saw this video and I should have fucking captured it because we talk about AI here all the time.
Yeah.
So again, you get fucking weird shit stumbled.
Yeah. Yes.
And I try to pay attention to the AI stuff because I'm trying to fucking,
learn
to keep up with this shit.
Yeah.
And this guy goes, "Yeah, I'll freak you out," right? Of course, there's got to be a hook. He says, "Listen." He starts talking to his AI. He starts asking fucking, are you watching me? The AI says, well, excuse me. He says, here's the rules of the game. I'm going to ask you questions. You can only say yes or no. Do you understand the rules of the game? He says, yes. Are you watching me? Yes. Am I wearing a black shirt? No. Am I wearing a red shirt? No. Am I wearing a blue shirt? Yes, he was. Am I wearing a hat? Yes. Dude, he fucking just clearly it was watching him.
That's fucking crazy, man. That's freaky.
Clearly. I mean, it was probably over 6 or 7 questions that AI got right, didn't get one wrong about being able to see what was going. Am I sitting in front of a computer? Yes.
Yeah, that's
unbelievable.
It is. Well, yeah, Marty.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty crazy. I'm going to try that, Johnny. But
so
go
ahead, Marty.
Now I was just going to say back to the video. I think just my response to that, I think a lot of people just need to focus on being able to use the AI, direct it, command it, instead of letting it take your job or take your position. I just wanted to throw that in there.
So male-dominated jobs most at risk. Men-dominated industries facing the highest automation exposure. Construction and trades. 2.7 million construction jobs could be automated by 2057.
Sheesh.
50% of carpenters work, 42% of electricians, 50% of plumbers, 88% of engineering roles. Manufacturing automation has already eliminated 1.7 million manufacturing jobs. Sales and customer service, up to 50% of U.S. workers could see roles threatened by AI over the next decade. Now, you might be curious how they did this. What they did, John Marty's MIT essentially went and studied all the jobs that are in America, we'll call it, right? And they it was like 135 million different jobs they analyzed, and then created an agent to see if the agent could replace the job, and started modeling against that. So, and I'm not here to say the world's falling down, but what I'm going to say is, like I said yesterday, what this does, Marty, Johnny, it exposes fake work.
Yep.
Right. So if you're working at an organization and you're not putting the work in, you're probably not going to have a job very long. But what it also does is it encourages those that are looking to make changes in their life to control your own agency. Now's the time to do it. So if you're that 40, 50-year-old man, 38-year-old man who's looking to control your own destiny, well, I think the time now is to control your own destiny, because if you're letting somebody else control it, the future is not positive. There's something that got philosophical issues. Marty, John.
This is a tool.
Yes.
That if you learn to use it properly, will make you better.
100%.
Frame it like this. And the tool is so developed and moving so fast, it's almost hard for us to understand how many different ways it can do its job.
Yes.
But when you get into that realm, you start to train your mind about, okay, like with my AI, I spent a lot of time talking to it so it would know me.
Yes.
Right? If you don't get the thing working to really know who you are, it's just, it's, I don't know. There's just so many things that
John, you're right. No, you're bang on, brother. You're absolutely correct, man. You got to use it. And that's why. So I'm so bullish with you guys, because I see the future coming, and I love you both. I'm not going to let you stay behind. Like, I'm just not. I'm going to keep moving forward. Johnny, we're going to be around for another fucking 50 years. So we can be the two old dudes left in the corner, or we can keep up. And I know I want to keep up and you want to keep up. So because there's a lot of guys that don't know how to keep up, don't know what to keep up, and don't know what the fuck to do. So if we can be the leaders in that, let's do that. Go ahead, Marty, please.
I was just going to say this because I do have to roll.
Yeah.
I was listening to Gary Vee, and he was just basically saying, if you're in your 40s or 50s, 60s, and you don't learn this, it's going to be 14 and 15-year-olds surpassing you.
Yes.
Becoming millionaires using AI. So
you dropped that sword video. I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly.
That was a good one too. Yeah.
Yes. Well, one last thing, Marty, before we quickly go. Jensen Huang, Johnny, if you got some investments in NVIDIA, he a couple of days ago after the earnings report came out, he did some looking inside the house, and he's like, why aren't we eating our own dog food to make stuff? I'm like, no, we have policies, we can't. He's like, let me make myself clear. Every job needs to be automated by AI if it can be. Don't worry, I will find jobs for you as humans. If an AI can do the task, it must do the task. So as an investor, Johnny, you're like, yes, because I want my gains. I want to get a return. So if a human's doing it that an AI can do, the AI should do the task. Simple as that.
I love it.
Simple as that, right? So, Marty, enjoy your day today with family.
Have a good one, man. Yes,
you
sir.
enjoy your day today with family, okay, pal?
Hey, Johnny, I'm gonna eat some food today, man. I know you're gonna get me, man, but just I am going to enjoy some food today. Just giving you the heads up. So if my face looks a little chubby,
it's a premeditated choice. You're not sitting there caving in. Why am I going to get you?
Okay, all right. I respect that.
Marty, you gonna hang out tomorrow with us too?
Yeah, I'll be here late tomorrow though.
Beautiful, awesome.
I'll probably get here around 9 my time.
All right, so fat his cheeks with some food.
All right, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I gotta go. Bye.
Have a good look, brother.
See you, pal. Johnny, I'll walk you out of here too in a quick second. What do you got going on today, bro?
So I'm gonna actually catch. I haven't done a train. Last time I trained was Sunday.
I know. I've been
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm gonna train a little bit this morning, just body weight stuff.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah.
And then get up and get myself cleaned up, and we're going to go over to my mom's. We're going to hang out there.
Yeah.
And then at some point we'll go over to my brother's, which is where we do our Thanksgiving every year.
Nice. Nicely done. Well, you got John Petrocelli chiming in here quickly before you go. Love seeing JA's hearts from best friends. Seriously, dudes, have some self-confidence. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm with Petro. He's absolutely right. And Seasons come back and says, yeah, Velcro was invented by the aerospace industry. A lot of cool stuff. You know who I want to get on our show is somebody from DARPA, because they make really cool shit too that we can have a conversation with.
What's
hey, John.
DARPA?
So DARPA, I had a guy on my show before I met you. DARPA is the Department of Hey, Grok, what does DARPA stand for again?
Defense Advanced Research Project Agency.
Yes. So, Johnny, what they do is their whole mandate is to protect the defense of the United States, but they're a separate agency of the United States. So they have one of the biggest budgets on the planet as a defense agency. But here's what's really cool: if you work there, you can't work more than, I think it's 2 years, because they always want to bring new talent in. That is always bringing in new ideas, and their mission is to invent things to help protect your country. That's their entire mission. That's all they do.
Interesting.
Yeah, you'll be really interested, because so some of the most creative technologies that the world has seen have been invented by DARPA, because to defend your country, right? Somebody's got to do the research, and they got to put the money into it. So tightly controlled, separate agency from the U.S. government. But you'd love that shit, man. DARPA, yeah.
What type of stuff did they invent?
Go off, yeah. Hey, Grok, share some ideas, share some things that DARPA invents.
They invented the internet, basically. ARPANET was DARPA's baby in 1969, turned into the whole web. GPS navigation, stealth tech like the B-2 bomber, voice assistants, Siri, Alexa, all started as DARPA projects. They even figured out how to make synthetic blood, so soldiers don't die waiting for a transfusion. Basically, everything's scary cool.
So there you go. So for example, hey, we got soldiers in the theater, and we need to get, this guy is bleeding out blood. How do we get blood so this guy lives? They send that problem out, and then DARPA goes and solves it. But it's an independent agency of the United States. It's not actually a government agency, it's independent, but it's funded massively by the government. And you have to be you get selected to work there, and then once your time is up, you're done. So they can bring in another brain, right? So it's constantly bringing in some of the world's smartest people to invent some of the coolest shit on the planet, man. Like fucking cool shit.
And you think we're going to get somebody from there here?
I think we can actually. So I had a guy on my show before who worked there. So actually, it's funny, Johnny, because he came on my show. Actually, Melissa, let's just kind of make a little mental note on this. Let's try to find. I think it's John. John was on Live in the Lab, and he came on the show, John, to talk about one other thing. And this
is not like CIA stuff where you're really difficult to get to even find who these people are.
So kind of. So he was on the show with me, and he was so he dropped something, and I like to listen. He dropped something, and I was like, oh. He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, fuck, let's talk about that. So he revealed what he was able to reveal about his experience at DARPA. But there are people that work there that can certainly talk about it. But yeah, well, I'll try to find somebody. I'll see if this fellow is available to come back and hang out with us on the show, and we can ask some questions, some cool shit about what happened in the World DARPA, because people don't know about don't know much.
There are some of these little, or like this being a perfect example.
Yes,
there's some call them organizations.
Yes,
that have so much fucking information. It's unbelievable.
Yes. Jason Severson was his name. Yes, absolutely. Oh, hey, before you go, I got a did you know for you. Hey, Jimmy, run that did you know before we walk Johnny out of here.
Did you know your AirPods can pause your music the moment you fall asleep?
Basically, they know when you face plant on the pillow before you do.
They use movement sensors to detect when you drift off and automatically pause your audio.
Finally, no more podcasts yelling at me at 3 in the morning.
Apple added this with iOS 26, so most AirPods work with it.
Good, because I'm not buying the latest space-age AirPods again. To turn it on, settings, AirPods, pause when falling asleep, then toggle it. Easy. Tap, toggle, tuck yourself in. Even you can't mess that up.
It stops audio running all night, so you sleep better and save battery.
Yeah, let the headphones rest too. They're tired of your midnight playlists.
That's your did you know for today. Try it tonight.
Try it tonight.
Update your iOS and stop waking up to the same audiobook chapter, bro.
Bro, why'd I just dream we were back in the MCN lounge like everything was normal?
Same, man. We were dropping did you know like we weren't stranded on a damn dock.
I'm trying to find stuff to educate both of us, and I did not know that. So when you go to bed, you can put your AirPods in and go to sleep with them.
Well, here's something funny. This just came up because just in the last few days,
yes,
I started playing with this. So, well, because you sometimes you catch this. Sometimes you wonder, why did this little bit of information land in front of me?
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so basically, like with these things, right?
Yes, I know.
Earpods. I literally get up in the morning and I fucking wear one all day long because I've got multiple group chats in different companies, and when they're communicating, I'm hearing what's going on.
Yes,
so I can keep track of what's happening throughout the day just by keeping it in my ear. Much easier than actually having to go check my phone and read through all this fucking shit, because it's coming through all day long. And anyway, it's fucking great for efficiency. It's perfect. Anyway, but the point is, and I have no idea if this is bullshit. I'm not supporting or unsupporting this, right? There was this thing that came up in front of me talking about what, I don't even know what it was. These things give off something, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking close to our heads.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that are saying, I mean, I'm not buying the thing. It's fucking cooking your brain. But what I did think was, does it have because a lot of people are talking about brain fog and shit like that. Like, well, that might, I can see that, you know what I mean? It's because this would be the same argument as the microwave.
100%. Yes.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, fuck, man, this is the time of year where I'm supposed to be cooling off. I'm going to not wear this thing unless I have to. Right.
Yes.
And so I stopped wearing it all the time, which was actually it was kind of nice. I could fucking hear a lot better either way, point being. After a few days, I was like, there's an outside possibility that I have a little bit more clarity here.
Fuck off.
No, I swear to God, and I have no idea if it's just a placebo effect or whatnot, but I just thought it was interesting in the fact that, that this whole idea even exists. And I have zero idea if what I'm talking about is just fucking pie in the sky or not. But I just thought it was kind of, because, as time goes on, we find that a lot of shit that we thought was okay. Like, look, smoking was supposed to be not bad for you.
No, Johnny, it's not addictive.
Well, dude, think about it. In the 50s, the 50s, women fucking smoked during pregnancy.
I know. I know. I absolutely do. Yes.
I just thought it was I thought at very least it was a great way for me to get this out of my ear during this kind of cool off period in, the holidays. But I just thought, fuck, I'm curious to find out if we could actually find anything more supportive or not on this idea.
Well, what's interesting though, Anderson, is that it's getting worse before it gets any better because there's glasses coming that are connected to the it's
the Bluetooth is what it is, correct?
Well, so there's radios in here, right? So there's radios in your AirPods, right? There's radio waves emitting. So I don't want to sound all naive and all like do, but I don't me personally, I don't have a lot of time for that hooey fooey stuff.
Oh, dude, I fucking giggle at something like this.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm putting my AirPods in. I'm microwaving my food. It's back to, you know, what is it? Reaction action. Okay, so if I microwave my food, am I going to lose some nutrients? Yes, I probably am going to, but I want hot food, so that's what the trade-off is going to be. So I thought, because I know you live in your AirPods. I know you fucking live in them from the moment you get up in the morning to when you go to bed. I thought, hey, maybe this is a helpful technique for Johnny, so we can go to bed and he can fucking have his nap with his AirPods in his ear. And because here's the thing, Apple does such a wonderful job introducing these products, but they don't tell anybody about it. And they rely on word of mouth for us to learn about these things. I did not know that until I fucking found this thing. So
yeah, neither did I. But at very least for me, it was a great way to there was another reason for me to get it out of, because an experiment is very easy for me to stick to. I
know you do. I know you do.
Great. And I was like, Jesus Christ, in the last 10 years, I don't think I've had these, because I was wear the left one. The right one, if you notice, the right one falls out a lot.
I know.
You know?
I have two people.
But I was like, dude, in the last 10 years, I've had this thing out of my ear more than I can ever remember, which was kind of fucking interesting.
I have two people in my life that I have a lot of love for, you and Lauren, and you guys love your experiments. So I'm just the observer of both of your experiments you guys go through. You know, and I've been saying this to you for a long time, and I know you love your Versace and your Louis Vuitton, like your nice styling glasses. I know that when they start making styles that you might like to try, you're really going to enjoy the glasses with the speakers in them that free your ears. Because what I find is quite interesting, actually, is that when you have the AirPods in, you know,
it hinders a little bit for sure.
Yeah. So when I have the glasses on, like my Meta glasses that have the speakers in the arms, your ears are open. Nobody can hear the sound or music. It's a pretty cool experience, to be frank. Right.
Well, that's what I kind of liked. I was like, you know, because when I kept doing that for the first day, it was fucking nuts, dude. I kept walking around going, fuck, I lost my ear pod.
Well, because you're used to it feeling in your ear, right?
Dude, I was like, I probably was touching my ear like every 15 minutes. It was fucking crazy. I was like, holy shit. But I just thought it was, because I never really leaned into this much. And I just thought, what the fuck? I mean, it was a great way. The experiment gave me a great way to actually follow through with doing, because I've actually tried it in the past. I was like, you know, you could probably spend a little less time with that in your ear. And I've just fucking fucked it off.
Which ones do you have? Do you have recent ones, old ones? Do you buy them every year? Or which ones do you have? And I'm serious. Like, do you have a newer set? Or
I pretty much wear a pair out every year.
I suspect so. Yeah.
Because what they'll do is like this one right already starting, and maybe it's this one. Either way, it cracks.
Oh yeah.
I got a disconnected, connected again. Like, okay, you got 3 of those, and I'm getting a new pair.
You know what's funny too? I think you'll agree with this one. So the world's solving these big problems with large language models and AI here, AI there. And there's sometimes this, because I think you go through it like I do. Can my AirPods just fucking connect to my phone? You know what I mean? Like sometimes they just don't connect, and you're like, you guys are all solving the world's biggest problems. I just want my AirPods to connect to my phone, please.
My AirPods are fucking connected so much they won't disconnect. I got the flip side problem. I want to fuck, like when I'm training in the morning, I'm trying to get the fucking music box to fucking connect, and it won't let go of the AirPod.
That's my point, though, right? Is that they're solving these big fucking problems, yet you're like, I just want this to work right now. Awesome. Okay. You enjoy your day, brother. Lots of love from me to you. I love you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. And man, what a great conversation today. We'll look forward to doing it again in 22 hours from now. Be safe today, okay?
Have a good loop, my brother.
All right, pal. You too. All right, Jimmy, give me that pincher, and we'll come back and do an intro to some Thanksgiving gratitude conversation. Let's do it, Jimmy.
Thanksgiving morning hits different when you slow down and name the people who kept you standing this year. Most men skip that moment. Every man's got 3 people. One who held him up, one who grew him, and one quiet hero he barely ever thanks.
Most guys forget the third one.
Someone in your inner circle carried weight you didn't want to admit. Gratitude gets real when you name the exact moment they showed up. There's always a mentor who refused to let you shrink. One truth, one challenge, one push that changed your entire year.
That moment sticks.
The quiet hero is the one you overlook, the person who makes life easier without ever asking. Gratitude for them builds real leadership.
Hey guys, thanks Jimmy. Well done, Jimmy. Yes. The handsome chief just had the run over there. He was doing the pinch. Hey guys, so listen, it's Thanksgiving weekend. We're obviously back here tomorrow, but I thought we could have a quick little chat with you guys around who are your 3 people? Who are you grateful for today? Who are you grateful for today, Seasoned? Who are you grateful for today, Sully? Petro, who are you grateful for today? It's this day where, you know, it's easy to kind of go through the day and get caught up in family situations and eating lots of great food. But maybe it's a day also to kind of reflect and ask yourself who you really are grateful for. Right? Because when men slow down and actually name these 3 people, something shifts. And what I pride myself and what I love doing is creating awareness. Never thought about that. Yeah, right? Because gratitude becomes specific when you lean into it. Relationships deepen. You reconnect to support systems that fuel mindset. Like, for example, moments ago, I intentionally made sure I used 3 words instead of love you, brother, or I love you, looking forward to hanging on the 21st. I love you. I wanted John to know that I loved him. Marty, like I know it sounds all fluffy and goofy, but it's words that I think words mean something. Words are meaningful. When used appropriately, they can make others feel quite substantial. Right? So research is showing that strong, intimate connections reduce stress. And in a world where there's men more lonelier than ever, calling out specific moments, maybe you've had with buddies in the past, might even make bonds stronger. So, who are the 3 people you're grateful for today? Who are they? I'm grateful for Marty. I'm grateful for Johnny. I'm grateful. I got more than 3. I'm grateful for Melissa, Jimmy. I'm grateful for those that are believing in me. And maybe that's where I'll hang it here today. I don't want to make this about me, but I want to emphasize how grateful I am for those that are leaning into the vision that we are creating here. Not hard, not easy. No judgment. Just leaning in and getting after it. So is it a mentor? Is it a builder of you that you're grateful for? Is it a mother? Is it a best friend? Who are you grateful for? Because this isn't about hierarchy on a day like Thanksgiving. Oh no, this person's got more status than me. I don't know if I want to acknowledge them. No, it's about impact. So where you are in the status of your relationship with your friends, your loved ones, your family, today would be the day that you might want to throw the gratitude conversation on the table. I am grateful for this. Let me wrap it up with this, you guys. Gratitude, it is a performance advantage. Think about that. It sharpens mindset. Think about that. When you're anxious, lean into gratitude. You're sharper. It improves your relationships. It reminds you that you're not doing this alone. It's funny, Neiman, because when I wrapped up my meeting yesterday that I didn't want to be at, but I certainly made my way through it, I thanked everybody. I said, hey, I'm grateful for you guys. I made an intentional moment to say, I'm grateful that you guys are working with me. I'm grateful that you put the energy into our experience together. And I'm grateful that you took time out of your day to spend time. And here's the thing. Yes, I am paying them because they're people that I work with and I'm footing that. And it's funny because when you pay somebody, relationships change. But gratitude doesn't have to change because we're still human. So regardless if you're paying somebody, if they're a friend or a colleague, they're a vendor, lean into gratitude. Powerful, powerful way. So as you go through your day, guys, I got my invitation. Honor 3 people. Think about them. Let them know. Build that discipline. Build that intention, and then remind them again tomorrow. And hey, we talked about it earlier on in the show. Maybe today's also the day you send that love note to a buddy. Seasoned, I'm grateful for you, man. I'm grateful that you spend your mornings hanging out with us. I know sometimes all of our conversations might not go down your path, but I'm still grateful that you come back the next day. And like I said, I say it all the time. You guys all have choice. And in a world full of choice, when you choose to spend it with me, how can I not be grateful for that? All right, we got Maya Reyes coming up at the Community Corner, but before we do that, Jimmy, do we want to get into focus or do we want to get into Maya? I'm happy to do either one. So, oh yeah. I posted something last
Wild
night.
how people freeze ideas like trophies, then wonder why their thinking feels outdated before the ink even dries. The world moves too fast for final drafts. You publish a book today, half your thinking shifts by next Tuesday. But when you build in public, every conversation edits the idea. You evolve faster because the room pushes you forward. People sharpen ideas better than solitude ever will. One live debate can upgrade 3 chapters you thought were finished. Besides, some people only read halfway. We see you, bullshit professor, so why pour 18 months into something they'll abandon? A manuscript's locked the moment you publish it. Your thinking isn't. Why freeze a version of yourself you've already outgrown? Real demand comes from people watching your ideas breathe. Not last year's book, but the thoughts you're refining right now.
Have you guys noticed how awesome these segments have been today? Shout out and kudos to Jimmy and Melissa getting after it. Wow, these are awesome intros, man. This is fucking really great. I got something to say about books here today. I got a strong opinion. I love how I see your note there, Melissa. Thank you for that. I loved how Melissa and I loved how Sterling and Preston had to bring our awesome professor into the conversation. But it's true. We're going to talk books. We're going to talk about writing a book in 2025. But hear me clearly, guys. Books are powerful. No question about them. The power of words on paper, the power of digesting those words, leaning into those words, powerful. But the moment that you as an author hit publish, think about what I'm going to say next. The idea that you've been considering, the idea that you've been forming, the idea that you've been so clearly articulating, eagerly waiting for somebody to read. The moment that you hit publish, that idea, done. Stops breathing. Think about that. Think about my choice of words, how I articulate that. The moment that you hit publish on your idea, the idea is no longer dynamic. It's become static. It's breathing. Yes, there's value to those letters, those words on paper. Don't want to diminish that. But nobody talks about the idea that the idea is dead. It's done. Oh, founders, thought leaders, you're still writing static content in a dynamic world that's changing rapidly. My eyes have been opened up more than ever at the pace of the world now that I am in the middle of a business that reinvents itself every 22 hours. That show we did last Monday was 100 some odd hours ago. Fuck, I'm not doing the math on the spot here. So if I would have wrote a book 2 weeks ago, those words are 2 weeks old. And I'm not suggesting they don't have value today, but maybe we need to redefine that value today. Because founders and thought leaders that are still writing static content in a dynamic world, pouring their best thinking into something that can't move with them. I've moved my life forward since last Monday. I've accomplished so much more. I've said so much more. I've learned so much more. But yet the book I wrote last Monday is already done. Static is dead. There's a conflict there. Nobody's talking about it. Meanwhile, the future of media is heading somewhere completely different. That way. People writing books in public, live, daily. We might want to consider this live morning show as a book being written in front of you. My ideas, my thoughts, chapters, debates like yesterday with Keith and John around nicotine. With all the contributions from you guys in the community. Because when a community that debates the ideas and sharpens the logic, you create and evolve a story with them. Think about that. Perhaps it's the time for the rise of the living book. And the live conversation becomes the companion. Because every time you go live, you're not just sharing content. You're literally writing the next paragraph of your book with an audience in the room. Oh, consider that. Allow me to present it to you again. Because every time you go live, you're not just showing content. You're literally writing the next paragraph while people are listening, while people are engaging, while people are encouraging you to move forward. When I was building my past, ICUC, and moderating live chats back on Dancing with the Stars and Much Music and Calvin Klein and so forth, we learned it quite early. The smartest insights, they don't come from sitting in a cave writing in isolation. They came from the moment that the audience pushed the idea forward. Back to that idea. Not after the fact, not weeks later, live in the moment, not revisions, not something waiting for something perfect, in the heart of real-time conversation. And now, I'm telling you, man, it's happening all over again. Deja vu, daily. Every episode we create, think about this. It's a page in our live book. Every debate that we have, the conversation Keith and John had yesterday on nicotine, perhaps that's an edit. Every question that I throw on the table for you guys, maybe that's a chapter heading. And every disagreement that is had with a guest, with a co-host, with maybe our community, is a footnote you didn't know that you needed. But here's what's most important, you guys. This is not static content. And this is what makes me so excited. It's a living manuscript written in public with you. And here's the other part. Here's the economic truth that nobody likes to admit. Yeah. A finished book. Love all my authors. Love all my authors. And your finished book, it's built authority for you. My live conversation, it builds demand. Think about that. People waiting outside the room in the mornings. I want to come back to the show. I want to hear what they're going to say. Whereas you wrote the book, somebody's completed it. It's sitting on the shelf. It's static. It's dead. It's done. Sure, you have your authority. Awesome. You got your authority. You wrote a book. Fuck, best-selling book. TEDx. I'm a great book writer. Awesome. I got no problems with that. Maybe ChatGPT wrote your book. Oh, did he just say that? Here's the reality, you guys. The clients don't hire you because of what you wrote last year. Oh, did he just say that too? I did. They hire you today because of what you're thinking this morning. Because if somebody is thinking something that you wrote about a year ago and they're talking about it today, who's the world thinking about? Who's the world communicating with? Who's the world engaging with? You that wrote your book that's sitting on the shelf, half written? Doctor? Or is it somebody getting up and engaging with a human in real time, exchanging ideas, having a discourse, agreeing to disagree? Because they can watch your mind evolve in real time. For those of you that show up daily with me, you watch my mind in real time. You watch my mind evolve in real time. You watch mistakes happen in real time. So here's my invitation for you this morning, nation. Before you spend 18 months writing a book alone, I got to ask you to ask yourself a question. Do you want to freeze your ideas? Or do you want to evolve them publicly with a community that grows and buys from you along the way? Oh, sure, there's value in having the book, but maybe the future of the book is not just the book and I'm done. Maybe the future of the book is writing the book, freezing those ideas, but then continue it with a live companion. Because here's the fucking reality for all of my would-be authors. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok. They can all write your book. They can all write your motherfucking book from start to finish. They can even create the chapters. They can create the title. They can create everything. But it can't host your live conversation. Agree? Disagree? DM me. Let's have a conversation about it. Put the fucking book away. Pick up the mic. Have a live conversation and see your life change. Maya Reyes, let's get into the community corner.
Fellas, today's community corner hits 3 pressure points for men. Silence, gratitude, and feeling misunderstood. Silence isn't weakness, it's control. When you stop reacting to people who drain you, you start seeing who actually respects your boundaries. Gratitude's not a feeling you wait for. It's action first. One thank you, one ritual, one moment, then your mindset catches up. And sometimes the people you love still don't get what you do. That doesn't make your work less real, valuable, or valid.
We're going to start our journey in the community here on YouTube. Silence might be your most powerful weapon. Unstoppable over on YouTube says, silence is not weakness, it is power. Choosing not to react gives you ownership over your emotions. We talk about it all the time. React or respond. Toxic people, they're going to rely on your reactions as fuel for control and drama. When you don't respond, when you don't react, when you go quiet, the toxic people across from you, all their ammunition, gone. That silence, it exposes manipulation. It reveals who wanted genuine communication and who only wanted control. So when you stop chasing, when you stop explaining, and when you start carrying conversations, people who are only there for your noise naturally fall away. And those who remain and respect your boundaries during quiet seasons are the ones who truly value you and what you're all about. That silent discipline, that's called emotional maturity. It takes more strength, you guys. It takes more strength to stay quiet. So as you're sitting at the dinner table today with family you might not like, family you're spending time with, choose your response, then reacting to anger. Because your reminder, guys, is silence helps you hear your inner voice, your intuition, your boundaries, your real desires. Silence is a boundary that nobody can argue with. You own your silence. It's your silence. Nobody can twist it. Nobody can guilt trip you. Nobody can force you to speak. So here's a question for you guys as you head towards your Thanksgiving weekend. Who's been stealing your silence? Who's been stealing your peace? Because you keep reacting instead of responding. Or better yet, because you keep reacting instead of staying silent. Choose silence. It's powerful. All right, AJ Jacobs over on Substack says, act grateful first. I love the themes today, Neiman. We're leaning into gratitude, guys. AJ says, have an attitude of gratitude is weak advice. Because you can't will yourself into feeling on command. The better maxim is act as if you are grateful. Interesting. Start with concrete behavior, thank you notes, daily gratitude rituals. Let your mood catch up to your actions. Perhaps it's ritualized gratitude. Perhaps it's noticing overlooked people in your world. Perhaps it's moments that make your life better, that you just constantly overlook, that you need to spend some time leaning into. Because the principle of gratitude, well, it's easier to act your way into a new way of thinking than to think your way into a new way of thinking. Think about that. Every pun intended. Act. Oh, baby, it's hard to act. We talk about it often in the entrepreneurial world. I got an idea. Yeah? How's that execution coming, Mr. Idea? Oh, I'm going to start on Monday. Oh, yeah? I'm grateful. What are you grateful for? I don't know. I'm so grateful. Act. Send that note. Actions, without a doubt, speak louder than words. And in the world of gratitude on a weekend like this weekend, That's where you want to lean into. So here's the question for you guys. What's one concrete, grateful action that you can take today before you feel grateful, nation? Let me ask you again. What is that one action that you can do today before you feel it? Think about that and get after it. All right, let's wrap up our community corner discussion here today over LinkedIn. Your family doesn't understand your job, and that's okay. Oh, fuck yeah. True story. Megan McDonough highlights the familiar Thanksgiving moment. So what do you do? He builds computers. He works on the internet. Yeah, I was part of those conversations for a long time.
Take one grateful action today.
I guess I don't know how I got muted, but I guess I was muted. Oh, I know, because you pulled up the video there. And when you pulled the video up, you brought the mute down there. Yeah, there you go. Cool. We're not muted anymore, though. All right. The gap between how these jobs work and how family perceives them. It's all your fault, Neiman. Fuck Jimmy. Let's just blame it on Neiman wrecking the show here in real time. Holy Christ, show's not even over. She's just wrecking it. Jesus, Murphy. Who hires these people, Jimmy? Where do we get these humans from? Talk about gratitude. Just fuck wrecking my monologue, my show in real time. Oh, what's going on? You guys are all fired. Not. Who's this guy? So much out of character. Hey, guys. As you go through dinner today, those people asking you what you do for a living, that tension you feel, trust me, it's universal. It's not just you. Your family doesn't need to understand your work for it to be valid. So, as you go through your day today, how much energy are you going to justify wasting on explaining your career, what your passion is, for people you might see once or twice a fucking year? Maya, what do you think? Oh, yeah, right.
Take one grateful action today, even if you don't feel it. Behavior leads, mindset follows. Start small and let the feeling build later.
Some people may never understand your work or your path. That's okay. What you're building still matters, and it's yours.
What's going on? Good time. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Good to have you out there. Sullivan, the exceptions are the living, breathing U.S. Constitution and fiction novels. I published a novel in 2015, which took blood, sweat, and tears that mechanical chat GPT can't replicate. I get you there, Sully. But here's the thing, though, Sully. I think your point is what is well presented, especially with the way that I presented my argument. I love you, man. I love all your ideas, but those ideas were written 10 years ago. I know you have achieved and learned and gained so much in 10 years. And I know that you have words and ideas and theories to share of 10 years that you'd like to share again. So it makes me curious, is there a new way to create a book? It's a living book. It's a book that I publish, it sits on your shelf, and I have a companion experience. It's a live show, weekly, monthly, daily, whatever it is, to keep my book alive. It reminds me of when Kanye dropped his one of his albums, and it was he was going to constantly mix it. And if you guys remember that, he dropped it on a platform there, and every few weeks he was dropping new singles, editing a single, adding singles. Maybe there's value to that. I don't know. And to Sterling and Preston's point, if people are only reading half the book, fuck. Maybe some people only read a quarter of the book. And here's the other reality. Here's the reality nobody's talking about. And I'll just put this one out there, and I'm going to offend everybody. Petro knows what I'm talking about because we had the conversation a couple weeks about podcasts. We do not need another fucking boring book. We do not need another fucking boring podcast. So if you want to make a book or you want to make a podcast, make it entertaining, make it informative, make it fun. Because the world has enough of the boring shit. Lots of it. What did Petro say? 74,999 podcasts that don't need to be produced today. It's funny. I saw a guy, Neiman, over on LinkedIn today. He's like, yeah, my goal for 2026, 10,000 followers, 100 podcast episodes. And I was like, what's the point? I know what the point was. Just numbers to write down. But here's the thing, which I loved. He's starting in January. Yeah, I'm going to start in What? Pardon me? I'm going to start in January? Yeah, but that's just around the corner. Why don't you start today? I don't know. All right, nation, let's get the hell out of here. What a morning. It was a little different pace today on purpose. Thanksgiving weekend, kept it somewhat light. Love to have Johnny. It's funny. I did not expect Johnny to open up with our conversation from yesterday. I know, Petro. I know you watch more than half of this. I appreciate you, man. Hour one, we got through the morning loop, AI-fueled fitness. Rahima, it'll be fun cutting this one today. I think we'll cut the first hour. That's what we'll do. 100% for the morning loop. AI-fueled fitness apps exploding. Don't get caught up in the numbers, guys. Get caught up in your discipline. There you go. Buy the apps. Buy the devices. Buy every gadget you want. But don't remove the discipline from the experience. We talked about gut bacteria running your hunger like a backstage crew, the rise of authenticity in fitness content in our No Shit Sherlock segment, and the Swiss doctor reminding us that joy and pain, sunshine and the rain might be the real longevity hack, including the handsome chief's singing skills there. Yeah, center stage, we gave us Goodnight Bro. Guys, send a note to your brothers. Send a note to your brothers and your buddies tonight. You know, I remind you guys all during the day to send some love. Maybe tonight you say, hey, man, hope you have some good sleep. Hope you have a good rest. I love you lots, and I'll see you tomorrow. And then we also talked about foods invented by the American military. I talked to John Lynn about DARPA. I want to get Jason Severson on here from DARPA. Hour two, we hit Harvard. AI on the 17 million men at the risk of AI job replacement. And then we shifted gear into Thanksgiving mode with the 3 people gratitude reset. Morning focus. I challenged the dated mindset of why freezing your ideas in a book. Why? So if you missed it, I invite you to go back. It's a conversation about iteration, momentum, and building ideas the same way you build muscle. Reps, feedback, refinement, and performance. So if today helped your mindset, your motivation, or your momentum, I invite you to hit like, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you. You have a choice where you can spend your time, and I appreciate all of you that choose to spend your time with us. So on behalf of Keith, on behalf of me, Melissa, Jimmy, Johnny, Marty, the entire crew, all of you guys out there in the community, I love you guys so much. I thank you. We'll see you guys tomorrow.